The date of the first presidential primary is not yet known, even to the man who will make the decision. And although he rarely talks to the press, New Hampshire Secretary of State opened up to chief political correspondent Carl Cameron about the politics and the process of hanging on to the state's first-in-the-nation reputation, a reputation that has given Bill Gardner all sorts of famous friends.
Joe Biden registered for the New Hampshire primary today and paid homage to one man in particular.
And Mr. Secretary, it's an honor to meet you. You are now the single most popular man in all of American politics today. I'm not going to ask you when, but just give me a little heads up, all right, so I know, okay?
What all the candidates want to know is the date of the nation's first primary. For 3 decades, it's been up to Bill Gardner alone as New Hampshire Secretary of State because of 2 lines in Granite state law.
The presidential primary election shall be held on the second Tuesday in March. Or on a date selected by the Secretary of State, which is 7 days or more immediately preceding the date on which any other state shall hold a similar election.
Every candidate must pay $1,000 to get on New Hampshire's ballot. He has met literally hundreds over the years. This time he's driving them crazy by refusing to set the date.
I don't have a set date yet to make when I'm going to make the decision, and it's not because I know a date and I just don't want to say it, because I don't.
And that, he says, is because of one state and its senior Democratic senator, which are trying to bump New Hampshire's primary out of the first place it's always held.
It seems to have come during the last several cycles to Michigan in the end, and in particular, one senator there, Senator Levin, who wants to do whatever he can to have Michigan replace New Hampshire.
Levin makes no apologies.
So I can understand why he's critical of me. I accept that because we're trying to end the perpetual privilege that New Hampshire thinks is a God-given right. And sure, he's not going to like my views because we want other states to have access to the candidates.
Michigan state officials have their primary currently set for January 15th, but their law says they may hold an earlier contest provided they announce it within the next 2 weeks of this month. Gardner's worried they will, and he's simply waiting Michigan out. Not complicated, but his cagey ability to keep New Hampshire first for so many years has earned him a powerful reputation of almost mythic proportions.
From out of state, it might look like it's power, but it really isn't. It's just, we have a state law and we have a tradition that goes back for almost 100 years now.
Gardner says he's only protecting a tradition that lets anyone with $1,000 run for president, not merely those with big names and bank accounts.
It will keep the American dream alive that any person's son or daughter can someday grow up and be president of the United States. And that's what it means. That is very important to me. And if I play a little role in preserving a tradition in a small state like New Hampshire, then if some people want to describe that as really, really a powerful position, they can do that, but it doesn't seem very powerful to me.
At the State House in Concord, New Hampshire, Carl Cameron, Fox News.
You can see more of Carl's interview with Bill Gardner on foxnews.com/special report.